agenda. Welcome, social emotional content, review class development, and at last we have questions and answers. Let's continue.
Welcome again. I'm glad to be here with you. As you know, today we have our review class. For that, boys and girls, it is important that you pay attention to the explanation that I'm gonna give you and the contents that will be evaluated in our English exam. And remember, if you want to ask me any question related with this, you can write me on the chat. And also, it is important that you participate in the activities that I'm gonna present you. Well, let's continue with our social emotional content. Pay attention and try to participate and leave your comment about this history. So, here we go.
The Fox and the Stork. One day, a fox invited a stork to her house for a meal. The fox brought out 2 flat plates with soup on them.
Stork, the meal is nothing fancy, but I hope you like it.
The fox deliciously lapped up all of the soup on her plate.
Yum! This is so good. Eat up, Stork.
But the stork wasn't able to taste it. The stork's beak was too long and pointy to eat the soup off of the flat dish.
Oh, Stork, you must not like the soup. Then I shall eat your soup for you.
The next day, the stork invited the fox over to her house for a meal. The stork put some soup into 2 long, thin-necked jars.
Fox, this is a special family recipe. I hope you enjoy it.
The stork put her beak in the long, thin-necked jar, and she ate soup.
Yum! This is my favorite soup.
But this time, the fox wasn't able to taste it. Her wide snout couldn't fit inside the thin, long-necked jar.
Oh, I'm sorry, Fox. I guess you must not like the soup.
As the stork said again how yummy the soup was, she began to eat all of Fox's soup too.
Yum!
These are the contents that will be evaluated in our English exam. Number 1, giving advices. Number 2, healthy and unhealthy choices. Reflection of the day says, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. So, boys and girls, what do you understand about the reflection? Tell me. Write your opinions, your comments on the chat. What do you understand about it? There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. So, I'm going to tell you this in Spanish in order you can understand better. No hay elevadores o no hay elevador para el éxito. Tú tienes que tomar las escaleras. So, I'm going to tell you my point of view about it. You have the ability to achieve many successes in your life. Don't stop. This means in Spanish, tienes la capacidad de lograr muchos éxitos en la vida. Nunca te detengas. So, boys and girls, it is important that you put in practice this important reflection. So, let's continue with the objective. According to the objective, we say to review the contents for the exam. My dear students, it's time to start with the first content that will be evaluated in our English. As you remember, one of the content that will be evaluated is giving advices. Giving advices. You are going to say, teacher, That exercise we already done. Me van a decir algunos de ustedes, pero teacher, si eso ya lo hicimos nosotros. Sí, ya lo realizaron, pero como estamos en repaso, we are gonna review the contents for the exam. Vamos a repasar los contenidos para nuestro examen. As you can see here, we have rule of thumb. See a doctor. When you see this sentence, you are gonna say, if the teacher is talking about you should see a doctor, she is talking about giving advices. Estamos hablando de dar consejos. The instruction for activity number 1 says, look and complete with the correct option. I'm gonna repeat again. Look and complete with the correct options. Well, as you can see here, we have 6 pictures. 6 pictures that everybody identifies. So, this is the moment in which you have to participate. Este es el momento en el que puedes participar en el chat. Vamos a ver quién es el más rápido de los terceros grados, porque esto ya lo sabemos. Como estamos haciendo un repaso, va a ser más fácil para ustedes. This is going to be easy for you. So, according to picture number 1, we say, this is the first step we have to take into account. Ese es el primer paso que debemos tomar en cuenta para dar los consejos. Identify the illnesses. Vamos a identificar las enfermedades antes de saber cuál es el consejo para cada uno de ellos. First, she has or she have. She has. Okay. She has a sore throat or she has a headache. She has a headache. Very good. Then we have number 2. According to picture number 2, we say she has a bug bite or a cold. A bug bite. A bug bite. Picture number 3, they has or they have. Remember, be careful with this. When we talk about third person singular, we use has. But when we talk about they, we, you, and I, we use have. Solamente para tercera persona singular utilizamos has. So, here we say they have. They have a toothache or they have an earache. They have a toothache. Number 4, he has a nose or he has a fever. He has a fever. Number 5, they has or they have. They have, of course, they have a cold or they have a chicken pox. They have a cold. And the last picture, he has chickenpox. Remember that chickenpox in Spanish means varicela. Well, we already identified the illnesses. Now, let's identify the correct advice. For this activity, I need your participation, boys and girls. For this activity, I need your participation. Para esa actividad sí necesito su participación. I'm going to give you some seconds in order you can write on the chat the correct advice for each of these pictures. Number 1 is already done. This is an example that we have here. Pay attention to the instruction. Unscramble the advice and write G for good advice or V for bad advice. 1. She should rest. This is the advice for picture number 1. If we say she has a headache, she should rest. Good advice or bad advice? This is a good advice. Now, number 2. Third graders, you can participate in the chat. Es momento de que participes en el chat. Quiero ver ahí que todos participen. What is the correct order for this advice? ¿Cuál es el orden correcto de este consejo? Ajá. Think about it and write the correct order for this advice. I'm going to give you some seconds. Les voy a dar unos segunditos para que piensen y escriban el consejo al que se refiere la imagen número 2. The time is running. Ajá. Do it. You can do it. Puedes hacerlo. Like the clock, right? Time is over. The correct one is she should scratch it. She should scratch it. Thank you for the students who are participating in the chat. Muchas gracias a los chicos que están participando en el chat. She should scratch it. It's a good advice or bad advice. In this case, if we say she has a book bite and we say that the advice she should scratch it, this is a bad advice. Es un consejo malo. ¿Por qué? Porque si tenemos una picadura de insectos, como les mencionaba en una clase anterior, y si nos rascamos se nos va a hacer más rojo, nos va a dar alergia, es posible. So, this is a bad advice. Now, picture number 3. They have a toothache. The time is running now. Write the correct sentence, write the correct advice. Escriban en el chat, chicos, el consejo correspondiente a la número 3. They have a toothache. What is the correct order? ¿Cuál es el orden correcto? Participate, participate. Agilicen sus deditos para que puedan responder correctamente. And the time is over. So the correct one is they shouldn't eat any candy. They shouldn't eat any candy. So if we say they have a toothache, they shouldn't eat any candy. It's good advice or bad advice? This is a good advice. Good advice. Excellent for the students who wrote this advice in the correct way. Felicidades a los chicos que están escribiendo estas oraciones de la forma correcta. Let's continue. Here we have number 4. Number 4, we say, he has a fever. He has a fever. What is the correct sentence? What is the correct advice? ¿Cuál es el consejo apropiado para el número 4? Write the order. Escriban el orden de la oración. Okay. And we say that the correct order is he should take some medicine. Sorry, I write another S. Okay. He should take some medicine. He has a fever. It's correct. Is a good advice or bad advice? This is a good advice, of course. Then we have number 5. They have a cold. They have a cold. What is the order? They have a cold. I'm going to help you. They, what is next? Shouldn't play outside. Play outside. They shouldn't play outside. They have a cold. They shouldn't play outside. Is good advice or bad advice? Good advice, of course. Claro que sí. Ellos no deberían jugar afuera. Tienen resfriado. no van a salir a enfermarse más. And the last one is for this sentence. He has chickenpox. He has chickenpox. Let me see who is the fastest boy or girl. Quiero ver quién es el chico más rápido de los terceros grados. And the correct one is, he should go to school. Okay. He should go to school. He has chicken pox. He should go to school is correct. Is a good advice or bad advice? Bad advice, of course. Es un consejo malo. So, what we have to do is, I'm going to read the sentence. You are going to read the advice. Como que si estuviésemos en el salón de clase, chicos. Yo voy a leer. Me va a decir el consejo desde casita. She has a advice. Ok. Por ahí creo que algunos dieron el consejo. Ok, number 2. She has a bug bite. 3. They have a toothache. Excellent for the students who are saying the correct advice at home. Gracias a los chicos que están dando consejo en sus casitas. Que no les dé pena que lo vaya a ver su papá, lo vaya a ver su mamá o algún familiar que esté con ustedes en casita. Ustedes digan el consejo. 4. He has a fever. 5. They have a cold. They shouldn't play outside. Yes. And the last, number 6, he has chicken pox. He should go to school. Excellent, boys and girls. This is our first content. Thank you for your participation. Now let's continue with our content number 2. And this is our second content. Very, very easy, as you can see. This is related with healthy and unhealthy food or healthy and unhealthy choices. And according to this exercise, we have a look, draw, and match the meal choices. We have healthy breakfast, healthy dinner, healthy snack, unhealthy breakfast, unhealthy dinner, and unhealthy snack. Remember, healthy in Spanish means saludable. Unhealthy, no saludable. If you want to take notes in your notebook, in your book, you can do it. It's not a problem. Si quieres tomar nota del significado, puedes hacerlo, no hay ningún problema. Here we have these pictures. The picture number 1, then we have this other picture, and here. Let's identify healthy breakfast. What do you think is a healthy breakfast? I think this is a healthy breakfast, right? I think this is a healthy breakfast. This one. Okay, this is a healthy breakfast. What about healthy dinner? Healthy dinner. Una cena saludable. This one, right? It can be. This one is a healthy dinner. Then we have healthy snack. Una merienda, un refrigerio saludable, ¿cuál sería? This one, of course. This one is a healthy snack. Unhealthy breakfast. This is an unhealthy. But you are going to say, teacher, pancakes are unhealthy breakfast. It's an unhealthy breakfast. Yes. Sí, ¿verdad? Los pancakes en realidad como llevan mucha harina y todo eso, entonces sí sería un desayuno no saludable. Then we have unhealthy dinner. An unhealthy dinner is one, of course, right? And then the last unhealthy snack, this one. Here we have healthy dinner, healthy snack, unhealthy breakfast, healthy breakfast, unhealthy snack, and at last we have unhealthy dinner. So, boys and girls, this is all for this review. If you want to ask me any question related with the activities we were developing right now, you can write me on the chat. So let's continue with the last part to our review.
Well, boys and girls, it's time to say the class review is finished. Thank you for being here with me. And remember, if you want to ask me any question related with the contents that will be evaluated in our English exam, you can write me on this chat. So, thank you for everything, and I wish you the best of the best in your English exam. I know you are gonna have success. So, bye-bye, see you, take care.
make you smile, and you need me to hold you close.